without any further ado, introduce my great friend, Mr. Drew Cameron.
Thank you. Everybody stand up. Stand up, stretch your legs. Come on, stand up, stretch your legs. Stand up, stretch your legs. Thank you. Stretch your legs. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Couldn't have been any better for myself. They told me yesterday after Robert Cialdini that I actually had to raise the bar a little bit. Actually, he had raised the bar, and I had some big shoes to fill. Not even Robert Cialdini was able to get a standing ovation before he spoke. So, there you have it. And I also want to pay homage to all my fellow speakers who went before me, so a round of applause for them. Somebody's got to get to Roddy in the morning. No Monster and Red Bull cocktails for him first thing in the morning. So, but appreciate you having me out here today. Anybody know that song? Or the artist? Or the artist? Who knows the artist? Anybody? Show of hands. Nobody. See, I was going to give away something for free, but nobody knew it.
We've got a microphone.
Close, but no.
Wasn't it just the Chili Peppers?
No, that song right there, no. Play it again. Play it again. No? You taught Eddie Van Halen how to play guitar.
Guitarists like Joe Satriani or
Gotta get it right.
Satriani, Joe Satriani.
Satriani, know the song.
All the song, don't know.
Back to Shalabah. Joe is a guitar virtuoso. So you, my friend, see me afterwards, and we're going to hook you up with a nice little price book that I charge $5,000 for. All right? So, see, you gotta come equipped. You gotta become a Renaissance man. Expand your horizons a little bit there. So, yes, Joe Satriani, a guitar virtuoso, a guitar savant. Hopefully, by the end of today, you will become a pricing virtuoso or a pricing savant, as we like to say here. What I'm going to talk about is a little bit of an antiseptic topic, if you will. It's not sexy, it's not engaging, and I don't have PowerPoints with half-bodied horses and things of that nature. I am sorry, I am low-tech to some extent there. But you're either going to love what I have to say because it's going to affirm what you're doing well, or you're going to be like, oh my goodness, the heavens are going to open up and the sun's going to come down on you, and the harps are going to play and the angels are going to sing, and you're going to, oh, the answer to what I need, which was exactly what Rodney was talking about, net profits. Okay, we're going to really focus in on that today. So you're either going to love it, or you're going to be tossing up fresh breakfast sandwiches that Steve was handing out yesterday, being how sick and how much money you realize after this session that you are losing. Because I'm going to walk you through it. You have all the materials in your book. You do have my handout there. You don't have my slides. I'm not a big fan of giving out the slides because I don't get to give you enough information that way. So in the book, you get actually my training materials that I give out at workshops. And so you have it all, because in 75 minutes, I can't cover it all. Fair enough? The other thing you get with me is you get a toll-free number in my materials, on my card. You get email. It's all free. You pick up the phone and you call me. This gentleman right here, Dean, right? Picked up the phone, you called me, right? How long did we speak on the phone one day? Almost an hour, I think it was, right? And then you asked me to meet for lunch one day, right? How much should I charge you? And who bought lunch? Damn right, okay. Now, he's in my backyard, so I'm not coming to you free of charge in Arizona. Sorry, all right? But I will talk to you free of charge, all right? And if I'm out here, if I'm in my travels, happy to have lunch or a cocktail with you. Of course, you are buying, all right? So yes, Dean, picked up the phone, called me. We talked for an hour. I give my time free of charge. Why? Because the contracting business is giving me and my family everything that I have, all of my dreams, and more dreams to come. So it's my way of giving back. So, and I focus in on that one niche. It's sales and marketing and sales management. And so we'll talk a little bit about that here today. But like I said, today's a tough reality. I think Winston Churchill said it best. Personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I don't always like to be taught. Does that represent anybody in the room?
my kids, you have a conversation with my kids, like my son, trying to teach them how to shoot basketball. Now, I am not a basketball player, so that's a problem number one, all right? But he's on a team, and I got to teach him, coach him. I'm an assistant coach on the team. Football and track and swimming are more of my events, so, and I coach him in football. But, we're coaching in basketball, and I'm telling him, he goes, I know, Dad, I know. Any of your employees ever say that to you? I know. Your kids say, I know. All right? All learning stops with I know. No, you don't know. Because if you knew, you'd be doing it. We wouldn't be having this conversation. Right? So some of the stuff I'm going to share with you today, you might know. That's great. I guarantee you'll get one thing. That's all I ask for you, is get one thing. I don't know when it's going to happen, so don't get up and go to the bathroom or take that cell phone call, because you're going to miss it. It's going to be your aha moment there, all right? So we got to have an open mind here today. Be ready to learn a little bit, all right? So Joe and I are going to do something that I wrote last night. Now, I have to read it. It's going to be a scene from a movie that's coming out. Jack does movies. He's our videographer back there. He does movies. So we're gonna do this role play here a little bit. And forgive me, I do have to read it because, like I said, I just wrote it last night. The movie's called A Few Good Contractors, and Joe lost his script, right? Son of a...
Can I just hang out with you over there?
Your lines are easy, right?
It's pretty easy, yeah.
All right. Joe's going to play the role of cheap contractor, and of course I'm going to be the sales coach and talking about, of course, pricing here.
I got a cheap contractor?
Oh yeah.
Hate that guy. Here we go, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, start.
You're the
I'm
cheap
sorry.
contractor.
I want profits.
You want profits?
I want profits. Oh. I think I'm entitled to this.
You want profits?
I want profits.
Jeez,
Damn, I can
I
follow
get
that.
this. See, this is why Joe's sales training actually works, because it's not scripted.
Okay, let's try it again. From the beginning.
All
Here we
right,
go.
from the beginning.
I want profits.
You want profits?
I think I'm entitled to that.
You want profits?
I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. You know where we're going, right? Son, we live in a world that has low-priced competitors, and those competitors have to be challenged to run out of business by good companies offering better solutions, a higher level of service, and charging appropriately. Who's going to do it? You? You? I have a greater responsibility than you can even fathom. You weep for all the jobs you lost to cutthroat, bottom-feeding, low-life contractor scum like yourself.
Why'd you tell me to do this?
Because Adams wouldn't do it. So, let's go back over that one again. You see, you wait for all the jobs you lost to cutthroat, bottom-feeding, low-life contractor scum like yourself, and you curse your competitors. You have that luxury. You have the luxury of not knowing what I know, that your competitors' lack of profits, while tragic, probably jeopardizes careers and their business. And my existence, while expensive and worth every penny we charge,
Amen to that, bro.
saves contractors' lives. You don't want the truth because deep down in places you don't talk about at parties, you want me giving this pricing seminar. You need me giving this pricing seminar. We use words like direct cost, overhead, net profit. We use those words as the backbone of a life spent building a profitable contracting business. You use them as a punchline. I have neither the time nor the inclination to explain myself and my pricing methods to a man who cuts prices and compromises profits in order to win a sale and has the audacity to bitch and complain that it's the economy, the weather, the competition, and the customers buying on price. I'd rather you go bankrupt and just went on your way. Otherwise, I suggest you sit down, pick up a pen, take some notes, and learn how to price profitably. Either way, I don't give a damn what you think you're entitled to.
Can you get my income statement out of the red?
If you're willing to change. If you're willing to change.
Oh. Can you get my income statement out of the red?
You're damn right I can!
Thank you.
All right. Low tech, and that's about as gimmicky as we get, all right? All right. Well, I do that just obviously have a little bit of fun. I'm as animated as I can be, and this, like I say, is the most antiseptic thing that I teach, but it is the most important thing that I teach. Because as Rodney touched on, it pays for everything, or it doesn't. All right? So it's really important that you get this right. Rick talked about it, Doug talked about it yesterday, so it all has to be there, it all has to be right. I had a client out in the Sacramento, California area a few years ago, called me out to his business to do some sales training, and we went back and forth, did the sales training for a couple of days, had his guys in the room, 5 or 6 guys in the room, and they were talking about how they were getting beat by good competition, companies I knew, service experts companies that were priced properly, making a lot of money, and some other companies out there that I know that I won't give away their names, but they were saying we're $2,000 higher than our competition. And like Joe said, that's a good thing, okay? Except when it doesn't have to be that way. If you're going up against a company that does make 20-25% net profit and you're $2,000 higher than them, you probably have a problem. Because the market will only bear so much. I don't care what anybody else will tell you, there is a point at some level that a customer will say no to a price, no matter how great the solution is. So we need to get it right, because why should we lose jobs that we can get and make the kind of money that we want to make, right? I mean, if we can make the money, why should we lose the money? The other side is you don't want to leave money on the table, though, either, right? You don't want to be able to beat your competition on price and still make the kind of margins that you can make and want to make, but leave money on the table. You know, I don't have a problem. I'd love to teach this to all your competitors. I think that's what we should do. I thought it was always a lot easier to go up against good competition. I introduced my competition to the sales training that we went through. Guy loved it so much, he ended up basically buying the sales training organization, now owns the most successful Sandler franchise in the world, former competitor of mine. Why would I do something like that? You're thinking that's insane. Would you ever introduce your competition to Joe? You should. What do you got to fear? Except fear itself. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to who wants it more. Who wanted that Super Bowl more? Giants wanted it more. I don't care what fan you are, of what base you are. I mean, I'm a painfully dying hard Eagles fan. All right? And it sucked this year. So, but their goal was to get back to the Super Bowl. Patriots' goal was to get back to the Super Bowl. Manning's goal was to win the Super Bowl again, to beat my brother. All right, so you got to basically want it more. And if you can make excuses all you want. We threw out a few there, but excuses are basically just for those who don't want it bad enough. But anyway, back to my client in California. So we go in, we're back and forth, we're talking about some things, and he's not making the kind of money. So I said, listen, let's blow your profit and loss statement the next day, or for the class, we look at it, we find that he sells $2.9 million worth of replacement business. I'm going to show you what I did to basically recast his financial statement the way he should have been looking at it. And when we found that out, we realized he should have sold $2.9 million worth of work based on his cost structure for $3.9 million. No wonder he didn't make any money. Not only that, we saw where he was selling a furnace for too much and an air conditioner for too little. But if they sold a complete system, which they rarely did, they were actually competitive. I learned this back in 1992. And it was just like I said, like the heavens opened up, it was, angels sang, harps played. And I've been pricing this way ever since. I've been taking this pricing methodology to my clients ever since. I've been doing the consulting side of this for 12 years now. So what you're going to see is real world. It works everywhere in the United States. Drop me off a bus, drop me off a plane, it works.